When it comes to enjoying delicious foods, there are countless options to choose from. But did you know that some of these foods can be dangerous for your health and worsen the symptoms of certain conditions like rheumatoid arthritis? Rheumatoid arthritis is a chronic autoimmune disorder that causes pain, swelling, and stiffness in the joints. It happens when the body's immune system mistakenly attacks the joints, causing inflammation and damage. Over time, this can lead to joint deformity and disability. In the United States alone, rheumatoid arthritis affects about 1.3 million women and men. Although there is no known cure for rheumatoid arthritis, the best you can do is to manage it with lifestyle and dietary changes. This includes engaging in physical activities and avoiding foods that can lead to inflammation and oxidative stress, which can disrupt the immune system and worsen rheumatoid arthritis symptoms. And in this eye-opening video, we'll be exposing the 7 most dangerous foods for rheumatoid arthritis patients. From red meat to processed foods, we'll be examining the specific risks associated with consuming these foods. So join us as we explain how these everyday foods can trigger inflammation and worsen symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis while showing you the best alternatives for these foods. Protein is an important part of a balanced diet, and red meat like mutton and beef are rich sources of this essential nutrient. However, there are potential drawbacks that come with relying only on red meat for your daily protein needs. When compared to white meats and plant-based protein, red meat is higher in saturated fat and omega-6 fatty acids, which have been linked to inflammation and obesity. Obesity worsens rheumatoid arthritis symptoms because the excess fat in the body sends out signals that increase inflammation. Inflammation, on the other hand, acts like a fire that damages your joints, which further worsens the symptoms. When someone is obese, their body makes more of a protein called leptin, which can increase inflammation and make your joints hurt even more. In fact, carrying extra weight puts more strain on your joints, which can lead to more damage and pain. Studies indicate that red meat, when cooked, produces substances called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These AGEs promote inflammation by binding to specific receptors on immune cells, making them release chemicals that increase inflammation. This high level of inflammation can make joint pain worse for people with rheumatoid arthritis. In today's fast-paced world, there is no denying that processed foods have become a convenient solution for a quick meal, saving us from the hassle of cooking from scratch. However, despite requiring minimal cooking time, the bitter truth is that the negative effects of consuming these foods far outweigh their benefits. Packaged foods like canned foods and frozen meals all fall under this category and are often loaded with high amounts of sugar, salt, and saturated fats, making them so unhealthy, especially for people with underlying health conditions. Excessive salt consumption can worsen rheumatoid arthritis symptoms by promoting inflammation, oxidative stress, and immune system imbalance. Consuming too much salt can cause your body to produce more pro-inflammatory substances, which can make joint problems worse. Salt also triggers the creation of harmful molecules called reactive oxygen species, or ROS, which are capable of hurting your joints and keeping inflammation going. High salt intake can equally raise your blood pressure, straining your joints even more and making symptoms like pain and stiffness worse. So when you're buying processed foods from your grocery store, be sure to carefully check the nutrition facts label and ingredients list to make choices that won't make rheumatoid arthritis worse and cause other health complications. The researchers from the Mount Sinai School of Medicine suggest that eliminating fried foods from your diet, especially if you have rheumatoid arthritis, could potentially reduce inflammation. They discovered that fried foods like French fries and fried chicken contain harmful toxins called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, which can trigger oxidation in your body's cells. These AGEs form when foods are cooked at high temperatures, such as during frying. These compounds can accumulate in the body and contribute to increased oxidative stress and inflammation, which worsens rheumatoid arthritis symptoms. Most fried foods also contain saturated fats and omega-6 fatty acids, 2 compounds that can cause inflammation in the body. When inflammation happens, it triggers the abnormal growth of the synovial membrane, which is a thin tissue lining inside certain joints in the body. This growth, called synovial hyperplasia, causes joint swelling and limits movement, leading to pain and stiffness. Over time, this can result in the formation of Hannus tissue, which damages the cartilage and bone in the joint, worsening rheumatoid arthritis symptoms. In fact, this inflammation can stimulate the creation of new blood vessels within the synovial membrane. These newly formed blood vessels supply nutrients and oxygen to the inflamed tissue, resulting in further tissue damage. Unlike complex carbohydrates found in whole grains, which take longer to break down and don't cause quick spikes in blood sugar levels, refined grains like white flour, which bread and white rice undergo processing that strips away most of their fiber content and nutrients. This turns the grain into refined carbohydrates, which can be harmful to your health. This is because refined carbohydrates are quickly digested and absorbed by the body, leading to a sudden increase in blood sugar levels. Excess blood sugar makes our bodies less responsive to insulin, which can cause chronically elevated blood sugar levels. This triggers an inflammatory response and worsens rheumatoid arthritis symptoms by increasing the production of pro-inflammatory chemicals. Excessive consumption of refined carbohydrates can also trigger insulin resistance by promoting the release of advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. This accumulates in the joints and stimulates the immune system, further fueling inflammation and tissue damage. Gluten is a protein found in certain grains, like rye and barley, commonly used in cereals, barley malt, and our everyday baked goods. It's created when 2 specific proteins, glutenin and gliadin, mix with water, forming a stretchy, glue-like substance. The human body can't fully break down gluten, especially the gliadin part, in the small intestine. This undigested gliadin then enters the bloodstream through the intestinal wall, causing an immune reaction. When the immune system detects gliadin, it sees it as foreign and starts defending the body by activating immune cells like T cells and macrophages. However, In the process of attacking gliadin, the immune system mistakenly targets the lining of the small intestine, especially the villi and microvilli. This can make the intestinal wall leak, allowing toxins and undigested food particles to escape into the bloodstream. As a result, a widespread inflammatory response occurs, which can worsen symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis, including joint pain, stiffness, and swelling. Drinking alcohol, no matter how small, is dangerous for rheumatoid arthritis patients, as it can trigger body inflammation, making symptoms worse, and even cause weight gain, which strains the joints further. Plus, alcohol can interfere with medications used to treat rheumatoid arthritis, like nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory drugs or NSAIDs, acetaminophen, and methotrexate. NSAIDs such as ibuprofen and naproxen are commonly used to manage pain and inflammation in rheumatoid arthritis patients. However, combining NSAIDs with alcohol can increase the risk of stomach bleeding and ulcers. That's because both NSAIDs and alcohol can irritate the stomach lining, causing more stomach acid and weakening its protective layer. This combined effect can cause damage to the stomach lining, leading to bleeding and ulceration. On the other hand, both acetaminophen and methotrexate are hepatotoxic, meaning they can cause liver damage. When alcohol is consumed alongside these drugs, the liver's ability to process both substances efficiently is compromised, which can worsen liver damage and increase the risk of developing liver-related complications. Purines are natural compounds found in foods like organ meat, mussels, and sardines. They're also made in the body during cell metabolism and turned into uric acid, which is removed through urine. But if there's too much uric acid in the blood, it can form urate crystals that build up in joints and tissues. This can cause more inflammation in rheumatoid arthritis, making joint pain and swelling worse. Some medications used for rheumatoid arthritis, such as cyclosporine, can also raise uric acid levels. Cyclosporine, an immunosuppressive drug, does this by decreasing uric acid excretion in the kidneys, causing uric acid concentrations in the blood to rise. When combined with a diet high in purines, this can worsen inflammation by further increasing uric acid levels, which could affect your kidneys and rheumatoid arthritis altogether. Since there is no known cure for rheumatoid arthritis, people without rheumatoid arthritis should note these 7 dangerous foods, as eating them in large quantities can increase their risk of developing rheumatoid arthritis. However, patients with rheumatoid arthritis should avoid these foods completely to manage their symptoms. Instead, they should focus on eating healthier foods like fruits and vegetables, especially onions, garlic, and leeks, which are rich in antioxidants and the anti-inflammatory compound quercetin. These foods also contain sulfur compounds that might help reduce cartilage damage. Now tell us, do you know any other dangerous foods for rheumatoid arthritis? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And are you aware that consuming just 3 dates daily for a month can have amazing effects on your health and overall well-being? Click on the video showing on your screen right now to discover the powerful benefits of dates as a natural health remedy. See you there.